Good morning, everybody. Hello, hello. It is Thursday. What date? November 20th, my Stampin' Up! Anniversary 2025. And my name is Jennifer Cotton. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Midlothian, Texas. And that means I teach people how to make greeting cards, scrapbook pages, gift packaging, and more with stamps, ink, paper, and lots of cool tools. So good morning and welcome. Thank you for being here. Whether it's your first time or you're coming back, thank you very much. As you come on today, please feel free to say hi and or give a like, a thumbs up, etc. I was trying to find my video on my iPad before I started. That's why I was a couple minutes late. And it is not working too well. So I think Facebook is messed up today. Yay. I am live over there, but you have to go into the event. And I'm trying to get into that. I don't know what this wonderful thing is doing. Every time I click to go to my page, it just acts like it clicked on something, but it doesn't go to anywhere. So anyway, I like to pull it up over there so I can make sure that I'm still live and nothing has happened and all the stuff. Oh, there, I think I got it. Okay, so thank you guys for watching. Again, as you come on, say hi. Let me know how the weather is. Marianne says it's kind of dreary outside, which is true here in Texas, etc. But first one here today was Julie. Good morning. Says, can't wait to see your cards. Thank you very much, Julie. Sue, good morning. Thanks for doing the unboxing video yesterday. No problem. I hope y'all liked that. It was very long. You can watch it on a faster speed if you want, FYI, if you watch replay. Susan can watch for an hour or so. Susan, you probably won't get to see the stamping. I have a lot to talk about today, but you can come back for replay, of course. But thank you for being here, Susan. Good morning. Lori, good morning. Liked and shared in Minnesota. Mary Ann, good morning. Hilda, good morning. Cindy, good morning. Thanks for sharing. All right, good to see everybody here. As y'all come on, give a thumbs up, give a like, please. That will help me. Okay, I didn't get to go through any of my checklists that I have for this video. Hopefully I didn't forget anything major. But let me repeat that my name's Jennifer Cotton, and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. This is my full-time business, so I do this. Because of that, I offer lots of stuff, events, free videos, retreats, cruises, everything's offered to go, all the stuff. So lots of stuff. So if you are new here, hey, Linda, good morning. Please, again, feel free to follow me and hopefully you'll like this. And if you're new to stamping, Jackie, good morning. Julie, thanks for sharing. If you're new to stamping, you should stay around till I make the cards. And it's an awesome hobby. I feel like my camera is like at an angle today. Anyway, it's an awesome hobby. So it's a lot of fun. All right, let me get down to these notes. As a reminder, I have to get my little thing here. I'll add timestamp to this video later today, manually in YouTube. So you can skip around to the part you want if you want to go straight to the stamping or straight to card 2 or whatever, specials, whatever it is. And I'll do that manually. And tomorrow I will add a link. I think my camera's backwards too. But anyway, up here in the corner, I don't know what's going on. That will take you, let me flip this. Hold on. I think something's happened. Visual effects. Camera. Mirror my camera. I don't want that. There we go. Okay. I'll add a link right up here in the corner that will take you straight to my blog, stamptherapist.com. Now it looks normal. And that's my blog where you can find out all the info about me, upcoming events, my specials, Stampin' Up! Specials, etc. Okay, so what do I need to say now? Events. We're going to talk about events. I have a few events coming up, not a crazy amount. So we will jump into that. All of my events that I offer are going to include a PDF tutorial. You can take that all over the world per Stampin' Up policy, anyone in the world can register for my tutorials. Anyone in the United States can take the actual classes with the packets and the paper and product and whatever. For my classes, we cut, die cut, punch, and emboss everything possible. Unless otherwise stated, you may need to own the featured bundle dies to complete your projects. You usually do, because sometimes you have to stamp and die cut out or whatever. Or you can substitute images, and you will cut your own designer paper or kit components if they're included with the fee. So first up is my 4 monthly classes that I do every single month without fail, in person and to go. So I'm going to put a screen up that shows you what these classes are. We've got card class, by the way, new location in Cedar Hill for in person. It's on November 22nd this month, so this Saturday. You can still register. And the to-goes will be ready or mailed by November 24th. Today, I'm going to make the card class. That's 4 cards, 4 different designs, 1 of each. And we supply everything you need to make those 4 cards. We'll use Elegant Pine Snowflakes and Gingerbread Man bundles. That class, I'll tell you about it later, but you can get it free with an online purchase this week. You can purchase it, or you can come attend in person. So 3 options on today's class. The next 3 are my clubs and classes. You can join as a club and save $2 per month, or you can take it as a one-time class. The deadline passed, but I have 2 left of Stamp-A-Stack. I'll show you a sneak peek in a second. This is my last Christmas Stamp-A-Stack. 8 cards, over $20 in merch in each of these. It's $38 for club members and $40 for non-club members. I have 1 of the ornamental Christmas bundle 12 by 12 wall art left. I have 2 left of the bonus wall art with the Gingerbread Man bundle. So ornamental Christmas is the club. The other one is just an add-on. Gingerbread Man, I think they both turned out awesome, but I don't have them here with me today. And my scrapbook, which is sold out, but I'm going to show you a sneak peek because I have one. Okay, so Stamp-A-Stack. You're going to make 8 cards, 4 designs, 2 of each. We're using Pine Tree Trimmings bundle, and these are the cards that you will make. So you will make 2 of each. Linda's over there cutting, die cutting, punching, and embossing everything she can for you right now, and bagging it up very, very, it's a little shaker, very, notes, meticulously. That's the word. Linda is prepping this class for y'all, and I'm going to type the tutorials today. So I have 2 of those left, 8 cards, and come in person, even better. Okay, next is, I don't have sneak peeks of the wall art. Sorry, I got distracted because I saw how many people were watching the video, and I was like, oh, that's not very many. It's fine. It's fine. Facebook's messing me up a little bit. This is an example of wall art. So it's 12 by 12. You can frame it in a shadow box, and that one's just sitting on a shelf, not framed. But it makes a great home decor piece for your home. So the 2 this month that are offered are Christmas themed. One's black and white. One's fun pool party, red, white, gingerbread man. It's so cute. Did I put this? I didn't put the sneak peeks up here. I should have. I don't think I can add that now. Anyway, I have 1 of the black and white left and 2 of the gingerbread. And then, hey, Rosemary, good morning. Cindy, good morning. What else? Scrapbook. So the last one, scrapbook. So these are the pages for this month. We're using the tradition. I think I forgot the name of the stamp set. It's the one with the flowers, though. They're Traditions of Christmas stamp set. And I think, and then the scrapbooking one that matches it. It has this giant Christmas word in it and other stuff as well. I actually made a card just for fun that's based on the scrapbook page. So this big giant Christmas is in this stamp set. I don't have it over here, but if you want to know what stamp set that is, let me know and I'll tell you. But it's a huge Christmas, and then I got Mary from another stamp set. Anyway, Tammy, good morning. So that's the scrapbook club and class. That one's only $30. Like, it's extremely discounted, but anyway, sold out, so too late. Sorry. Okay, next up is, or I think that's it for those 4 classes. So just let me know if you have any questions or want to sign up for one. And card class has plenty of spots left. The one I'm making today using these two bundles here, Gingerbread Man and Delicate Pines. So you'll see those when I stamp today. All right, next is, I didn't even make notes on my notes. I usually like draw lines and do stuff. Bingo. I announced my next bingo. It's in December. I do have a little graphic for that. I haven't made the projects yet, but I'm hoping to make those Sunday. This Sunday, I'm hoping. I wrote it on my calendar anyway. So this is a Zoom bingo. Anyone in the U.S. can attend and participate. We'll use pine tree trimmings, which is the same bundle I'm using for what is that called? Stamp-A-Stack this month. And it's on December 11th at 6:30 p.m. Central on Zoom. Register by November 30th, and kit will be ready or mailed by December 5th. You get your bingo card to play games for door prizes, which are product credits. You get make and takes. We're making gift card holders and tags, gift tags, which are some of my favorite things to make for Christmas. And then you get to play those games. And then we hang out together on Zoom afterward and make the projects together. So it's a lot of fun. We get to interact and talk to each other. Anyone can stay around and talk and visit for the crafting portion. So that is bingo, and the link has already been emailed out, and it's on my blog, stamptherapist.com, under events. However, you can also register for that with tomorrow's email that will go out at 9 a.m. Central. So make sure you're on my email newsletter so that you can get that email as well, which will have lots of stuff in it, including the recipe cards for today's cards. Okay, so coming soon, I didn't make a graphic, but the new catalog kickoff for all the stuff I showed yesterday. So if you missed yesterday's video, it's out there on YouTube and Facebook, and you can watch it where I go through my pre-order for this catalog and the new online exclusives that are coming out in January. And I have an event coming up for that called I forgot what I call it, but it's like a new catalog kickoff. I'm going to set up the link very soon for that to register, but I just wanted to let y'all know it's coming. And that will happen on January 10th in person in Cedar Hill, Texas, and it will be offered to go. There'll be stamping demonstrations, additional sample displays, and I believe 8 projects. So make sure you watch for that info coming soon. Chilly from Southern California, 45 degrees. And yes, the heater is on. Yes, girl. It is it's 70 degrees here in Texas. It's just kind of rainy and it's only getting up to 75 today, but not cold at all. Although I do have my little space heater running, but that's because I get chilly in this room sometimes, but it's fine. Cindy, thanks for sharing. Okay, so next is the cruise. So just remember the cruise is a crafting cruise that anyone can attend. You don't have to do the crafting portion, so bring all your friends and family. But April and I will be offering that to go as well. So it's called a mega cruise retreat in a box, and that will be coming up soon, where you can register like a retreat in a box, but it's mega. It does cost more. It includes more product, and it includes more projects and classes. So, and even a couple of demonstrations. So if you want to do that, you can register still for the cruise, but it's almost the deadline. Just as soon as April and I finalize all our stuff and start ordering, it's done. Or if the cruise ship says we don't have any more cabins left, it's done. So that's the deal with the cruise for 2026 and on January 25th out of Galveston, Texas on Harmony of the Seas. So these are some pictures from our previous cruise a couple of years ago. Meet all the awesome people, get your t-shirt, have dinner together if you choose. Hey, Stella, good morning. Get a bag, get to participate in an optional card swap, get food 24/7, mixing and mingling, your own half a crop table plus separate class tables. So it's not all uncomfortable and whatever, crowded and stuff. And that was it for that. So that's the cruise, but it will be offered to go. So if you can't attend or you just don't want to attend, but you want to get all the projects that everybody else is getting and the gifts, which your gifts may vary depending on what they are, you'll be able to do that. All right, so links for what I do have set up now, the cruise, not to go, but the cruise, my monthly classes, bingo, etc., will be sent out tomorrow morning, Friday at 9 a.m. Central. So make sure you're on my email list. You can register right now up here in Facebook, down here in YouTube, and you will also get the recipe cards for the 4 cards I'm making today with these 2 bundles. And this is what the recipe cards are going to look like. So it's, I didn't click the right button. It's not the step-by-step instructions. It is the measurements and the supplies we're using. So get on my email list for that. You can print those. You can view them online, whatever you want to do. Okay, that's the end of events for today. Next is specials and news. So I'm sharing a lot of news today that's not necessarily in effect yet, and some specials that are. So this is the busy portion. Okay, so I want to first of all, I want to remind you, I know I just did this, but that I did a pre-order video yesterday for a new product that comes out in January. So check that video out, and remind you that product can be purchased in our starter kit right now. So if you're not a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, you can add those to your starter kit. It's only $99 plus tax, free shipping. You choose 125 in any current merchandise you want, plus all the new pre-order items. So check out my video, see what you like, make a list, and join the team. There's so many other perks that go along with that, and there's no obligation to buy or sell. I was going to say something else. It was in there. I lost it. Something else about that pre-order. I don't know what it was. We'll skip that. Okay, next. This is coming soon. We are having a Black Friday sale. Stampin' Up's first ever official Black Friday sale. So I just want to warn you ahead of time. You're going to get 40% off Stampin' Blends, our paper trimmer, which is amazing, and the blades. Ink bundles, which I assume means ink pads and ink refills and stuff. All the full details will come out on November 25th. 25% off select adhesive. So again, we have to wait until the sale starts to see. And 15% off select cardstock. Again, the word select is very important here. That is Tuesday. This coming Tuesday is when this sale starts. And there will be, first of all, there while supplies last. Obviously, they'll come back in stock if they run out, but not in time for the sale. So you'll want to shop early, especially for anything you really want. Orders will likely arrive in time for the holidays. So think stocking stuffers and gifts for your friends, or have your people come order for you. And then watch your emails, because I will be sending out a special that I will be offering in addition to that as well. So that is awesome. V just ordered 2 blends yesterday. I ordered a set of blends also Monday, V. But I needed it for class. So I know. Technically, you could send them back and exchange them, V. But then you have to fill out the paper and figure out what you want to exchange it for. But you could do that. And then reorder them on Black Friday sale. But again, who knows how many blends they have, y'all, and the colors that you want specifically. That is a good deal on blends, which I'm not using today, but those are our alcohol markers. So get that list ready and be ready to go when the sale starts. Of course, if you are a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, that's what I was going to say about the pre-order. That if you're a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, you can already pre-order. Any demonstrator can order, and we get our discount. Of course, we do earn product credits, and it counts towards our sales. Now, same thing for this Black Friday sale. As a demonstrator like V, we get our discount on top of the sale prices. So we save incredible amounts. This, normally our sales qualify for our starter kit as well. So that would be a great time to join the team. Get more product for that $125 value. The value would be even higher if you get sale items. So, did I say, I think I didn't say it because my thing is, oh, maybe not. Never mind. I think I said it all. So yeah, so the value is greater when you're a demonstrator because you get your discount on top of the sale prices. Okay. Next, we have a Cyber Monday paper pumpkin sale coming. So this starts December 1st. I know today's November 20th, but I need y'all to be ready and know what's coming so you don't do what V did and order blends a day before they go on sale, right? We can't help when that happens. I mean, that happens, of course, at stores and stuff too, but we try to avoid it. How much are blends on sale for? 40% off. 40. I mean, right? Let me go back. Don't go by my memory. Yeah, 40%. So I think are they $11? I think they're $11. Let me look real quick. I'm going to type something in real quick over here. Yeah, they're $11. So I need a calculator. That's like $4 something off. $4. Yeah, over $4 off. So like $7 or something. Yes, Lori says, ooh, I want those natural ones. So yeah, I just do recommend because, and I know y'all know this, my customers and team knows this, but while supplies last means while supplies last. So we can't get upset if something runs out when they told us it was while supplies last. So get on it. So we just never know. The things I think will be popular, sometimes it's opposite and whatever. Okay, December 1st through December 9th only. Cyber Monday sale for paper pumpkin. So what this is, first of all, remember these make a great gift. If you need a gift idea, or you can get it for yourself and you will need to, if you're already a subscriber, you'll need to pause, unless you want double, pause or put on hold your current subscription, right? So you don't get double. Okay, so these are prepaid only. You can order these right in my store. I have a little screenshot of it there on the bottom left of what it looks like in the store. So in the store, you can go to my store and you can select subscribe or one of the 3 options for the prepaid. And then I think you have to do this on its own order. I don't think you can combine it with anything else. There is no shipping cost because they've rolled that into the cost of the price. So when you check out, you'll just pay tax. But there is a button that says gift this subscription. So you select what you want and you click gift this subscription and you can put in the name and address of the person you're gifting it to. Or if you want it for yourself, you just click add to cart and you're good to go. Okay, so 3-month will be $20 off. So $61 instead of $81. 61 divided by 3, that's $20 per kit plus tax. $20.33. $122 for 6 months. That's the same price. I think it's the same for all. $20.44 divided by 12. Yep, $20.33 per box. Again, it makes a great gift. You do have to prepay. That means you pay it all at once, which is kind of nice because then you don't have to, you'll get one every month and you don't have to worry about a fee coming out every month. So that is the sale. It starts December 1 through December 9th. Then you will receive the December kit. And you have to receive that kit. You can't skip it to get the special. This is the December kit. It has customizable sentiments. It's watercolor themed. You can see the blues and greens and like copper, coral, coppery kind of color there. And you're going to make 9 cards. It has elegant botanical flourishes and rich watercolor hues, copper foil and copper sequins, paper and vellum. And there's all the colors listed. Your ink spot will be Night of Navy. So every paper pumpkin kit includes instructions. It includes an ink spot and a stamp set and all the stuff to make all the cards. And don't forget, Stampin' Up! Posts a video with instruction as well as the written instruction. So it's a great deal. Put that on your list. Now that one shouldn't sell out. Knock on wood. I don't think it would. But anyway, that sale starts December 1st and you can go straight to my store and type in paper pumpkin in the search bar and it'll come up. So Thank you, Julie. $4.40 off of blends. That's going to be a great sale. Okay, and then I think I have one more. Oh, yeah. So if you are a Paper Pumpkin subscriber through me and the prepaid ones count, you will receive bonus project ideas using the Paper Pumpkin kits each month that you're a subscriber. So there is the picture of an example of that. So bonus ideas. All right, so that was Paper Pumpkin sale. I want to make sure y'all know that in December, which I think the date will be, let me check the website real quick. This is a guess, but I think the date will be, let me get in here. Hello? Didn't work. It's making me re-sign in. Hold on. Happening now. Product releases. December. Okay, I think the date will be December 2nd that Stampin' Up! Will update our last chance products. That is when this catalog and recent or any online exclusives that are going to retire soon will be listed as last chance. They immediately go to while supplies last and they can sell out quickly, or they might not. Some might be discounted, some might not. Some things that are discounted right now in the last chance category might be discounted further on December 2nd. So all that I believe is December 2nd, and that's when this catalog gets its retiring list basically, but it's no longer a list. You just go shop the last chance category. So be aware. Also, now's the time of year where if they start running out of things, they might not restock them because of that last chance coming. So anything you love from this catalog, go ahead and get it now. Again, because we just don't know. We don't know what's going to come back and what's not, what they're carrying over. We don't know any of that stuff. But December 2nd is when the list, I believe, is coming out. And again, it's not a list, though. You just have to go shop last chance category. And, of course, that's in my online store. Oh, and then I wanted to remind you, thanks to my team member, Robin, who reminded us in our team group that all of the Kling stamps are retiring. They will be on that last chance list. So I've got this graphic here that I showed a while back with these dates. So we are transitioning to all photopolymer. Last mini catalog transition in December 2025, all Kling stamps from this holiday mini catalog will move to last chance and be while supplies last. No Kling stamps will carry over. So if it's red rubber Kling and it's in this holiday catalog, it will be on the list and it will be last chance, which means they might not make more if they start running low right now. So get those Kling ones that you want while you can. Let's see. The two I'm using today are photopolymer. Whew. Okay. Annual catalog in April 2026. All Kling stamps in the annual will move to last chance. And online exclusives will be supported by demand until April 2026. So those are not as in danger. If they're popular, they might stay. If they're not popular, they might retire. So this is your main problem. This is your main worry, is Kling stamps from this book. So there you go. I want to make sure y'all knew about that. All right, don't forget about that advent calendar. You can get that while supplies last. It makes a great gift for any crafty friend or even someone you want to join you in your craftiness. Hey, Carmen, good morning. Terry, good morning, by the way. Better late than never. Pouring down rain in Granbury. Woohoo! She's glad for the rain. Awesome, Terry. Good to see you here. Okay, sorry. The crafting calendar, advent calendar, which includes a double stamp set, basically, is still on sale, but it is while supplies last. And then don't forget about our craft classes. We have the Traditions of Christmas one, which I did take, and it's awesome. It's packed full of tips and ideas, and of course a tutorial with step-by-step instructions and video instruction for Christmas projects, including a piece of wall art. And then the new one is the Brushed with Beauty class. And Brushed with Beauty is a new bundle or suite that just came out in our online exclusives. And you can still get that product. And then there's an online class you can take for that. They're $30 each. And you can buy those right now in my store. Okay. And then Stampin' Up. Does everybody remember the virtual album retreat, which was amazing? It was hours of videos. We made a full 24-page album. Like, it was amazing. Well, now we're having a virtual card retreat. This will include product and all the pieces you need to make the cards and videos, etc. So this is coming up in January. Let me show you a little bit of info. It's January 22nd through 23rd, 2026. I guess it's 2 days of videos, 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. Mountain Time. It will be recorded. Don't worry, you can access it immediately after the recording in a private Facebook group. Once you purchase it, you've been registered. It will be $165, and more details will be coming soon. It is recommended for advanced stampers, maybe not beginners so much. There will be a list of supplies you'll need, like ink pads and stuff, but it should, I'm assuming, come with stamp sets. It looks like dies from that picture. And again, all the paper and embellishments and stuff to make the project. So, virtual card retreat. I forgot. Let me look on Stampin' Up real quick and see if it says when it's going on sale, because I did not type it up. December 10th. I should have put that in there. You can purchase it starting December 10th. Woohoo! The last day to buy Paper Pumpkin is I'm going to write this down. The day we can start purchasing that. So, December 10th. Okay. One more thing before I tell you about my order special and point the camera down and show you some show and tell. Or actually, I'm going to leave it up for a minute and show you some show and tell. I just want to let y'all know we have an awesome program coming in December called Product of the Month. This is for demonstrators and customers alike. We will have one new exclusive product per month that is $5 with a $75 purchase. That's it. This is US pricing, of course. So if you make a $75 purchase while supplies last, you can add on the product of the month. We have seen this month's product, the new product of the month, but we're not allowed to share about it yet, but it's pretty awesome. And it's only $5. And again, it's literally while supplies last. They will not order any more, no matter how much we cry and complain. Limit 1 per person as well. So they will track you by your account. And once you've gotten December's, for example, you can't get that anymore, but you could get January, February, March, April, May, and so on. So new product each month, exclusive only for that program. And that's it. That's what the product of the month is. So that's coming soon. Demonstrators can take advantage of it and customers can as well. All right. That's the end of the specials and news, I guess, so to say. So, well, that's not the full end, but y'all know what I mean. Okay, so today's class that I'm making is going to be free with purchase. By that, I mean you will get a packet very similar to this in the mail if you make a qualifying purchase to make all 4 cards. You can see we cut, die cut, punch, and emboss almost everything for you, with the exception of when you have to stamp first. And this is what the packet looks like. Let me put a thing on the screen. So you can get this a few different ways. It's free with an online order of $35 or more. You'll get the free, it should say 4 cards. I edited that wrong. It's 4 cards today, 4. And of course, you'll earn your rewards with your online order. The order has to be placed through me. If your order is $75 or more, you're also going to get a free full embellishment, a current one. Now, you can also just buy this class for $20. Shipping is additional, or if you're taking any of my monthly classes, you can just combine the shipping with that. So purchase it for $20, or you can register to attend in person on November 22nd, this Saturday. So those are the ways to get it. Limit 1 free class per person, and that's what it is. So that ends, let me go back. That ends on Sunday, November 23rd, the ordering it. Okay, so any questions on that, let me know. I think that's all. Yeah, that should be it for the graphics. Okay. I saw something. Okay, yeah. So show and tell. I just got back from Stampin' Up's Backstage, which is the leadership conference basically that they held in Las Vegas last week. It was amazing. Not only the Stampin' Up, like just how they did the event, the atmosphere, the free sodas and water, bottled water and bubbly water, whatever that's called. I do not like that, but you could get flat water or bubbly water bottles and sodas basically throughout the entire event, as many as you want, no limit, which is very expensive at convention centers, by the way. Anyway, there was also coffee and so coffee, sodas, teas, hot teas, and waters the whole time. Then we had incredible content. We had 2 amazing guest speakers that, of course, Stampin' Up pays to bring in that spoke to us, and then demonstrator and employees teaching classes. That was awesome. And then the final night, we got to get a cowboy hat. Look at mine. This is the hat I chose and made. There were so many selections of hats to pick from. These are real hats. They're like $100 and more each if you buy them. I don't know how to show you that they're real, but it's like suede. And I added the ribbons and the little, is it on this side? The little card. Oh my gosh, I'm so confused. The little card and feathers. I mean, they put it on there for me, but I selected those. And it was a lot of fun. And then there was also karaoke. They had a band doing line dancing. They had snacks and drinks and a bar we could purchase from. It was an amazing event. Oh, and they had the camera thing where you could stand on this circle and the camera spins around you. I posted videos like that on TikTok and Facebook. It was amazing. We also got this bag right here, which is super cute. See the little details on it. So cute. It's like canvas, I guess. Mine is very heavy because I have in there everything else from Backstage. Pocket right here. Here's our little workbook, or not workbook. It's just a notebook that we received. Back page. I have notes right there. And our cute name badge. Super cute. And then I got to be a teacher, a presenter at Backstage. So I was one of the people that taught part of a class. So the DDM that helped me, the Stampin' Up employee, Helen Slim, she brought us all this candy, which now that I've shown to you, I can finally eat. I'm so happy. From the UK, because she's the UK DDM, which is the Stampin' Up thing. They help demonstrators. For being in the top demonstrators, I got this sweatshirt, which has Stampin' Up logo right there. Really cute. It's really cute too, and soft. I don't know what kind of material that is. It's apparently, I guess that's a popular brand. I don't know how you pronounce that, but anyway. What else? For being a presenter, we got this cup. It's like a Stanley, but it's Stampin' Up. It's not a Stanley, but it's so cute. I don't have one of these, so now I do. Also, I think, we got some other stuff for being a presenter. This bag full of little gifts, little logo gifts for this Stampin' Up bag, like a makeup bag, or a pencil bag, or a blends bag. This little box had this pin inside it for my placement with Stampin' Up. Thank you very much again to the customers. There's a sleep mask, a mirror. This is like a magnifying mirror, lip balm, which does say Stampin' Up. And a little microphone, like for being a speaker, I guess. So that was really cool. I think that's all. Oh yeah, this was my favorite thing. This keychain thing. dropped the lip balm. Where did it go? That's a cat toy now, I think. I don't know where it went. What else is in here? I got all this stuff from my team members. We give each other gifts. And look, there's a lint brush in there. I did use it, but gifts and candy. Oh, we got to make some cards, which I was supposed to mail from there, but I didn't. Bad. Anyway, lots of gifts from that we give each other. This was the bag I gave them with some stuff inside. We got a t-shirt. Evelyn gave us all a jewelry thing with our name on it. More gifts from the team. We got pins that write in the colors that you see there. They're just matching the theme of the event. And our Backstage pin. Backstage Vegas. So it was pretty awesome. Here's the t-shirt that everybody received for attending the event. So cute. All right. So, hey, Katie. Good morning, Ramona. I love the hat. Should I wear it to the team meeting, Ramona? The team party? I might. Well, I might bring it and wear it for 5 seconds. I'm not really a hat person, but I didn't mind how it looked on me. I'm not really a big hat person. Okay, I'm going to put this over somewhere else now since I've shown it. Maybe I can bust into some of these treats. All right. Oh, and here, sorry, a little bit more. A lot of bags that the team or Stampin' Up put gifts in for us. That one was plain, but this one had, what is it? Oh, I guess I lost it. Oh, here it is. This one had a tag that says Sarah and Shelly. And then I think that was the one for presenting. And then there was tissue paper. And then I stole some scratch paper from the make and take table. So there you go. Also instructions for the make and takes. We usually don't have stamping at that event because it's business focused. So that was cool that they had a little stamping night for us as well. And that there was snacks and drinks out during that as well. So they really did it up. If you ever have a chance to go to a Stampin' Up event, you should go. November 25th, we can register for On Stage, which is the one any demonstrator can go to, and I'm very excited, and a lot of people from my team are going, so I'm very excited. All right, now let me put the camera down. I just got a couple of cards to show and tell, and then I think I'll be able to get started on the project. Oh, hold on. That paper didn't belong there. Yeah, so put the camera down. Julie, you're going? Yes. April's going too, so we'll both see you there. Thank you, Ramona. Joyce, yes, great to see you. All right. Switch the camera. Now, I think, I probably shouldn't say it yet, but I think I fixed the blurry problem with this camera. But we're going to see. Okay, so, I'm going to put this across the screen. All right, so we're going to try that. Today's class free with an order. All right. So today's projects are from the holiday mini catalog and the online exclusives that are available right now. I believe, yeah, Elegant Pine Snowflakes Suite is one, what am I trying to say? Anyway, I'm using that for 2 of the cards. I meant to say that's one of the bundles. So that's an online exclusive. So all these products that I will show you from Elegant Pine Snowflakes are on the online store. And then the Gingerbread Man is in this catalog. The holiday one right here on page 54. So any of these could be in danger of retiring. I'm not saying they are. I literally have no idea. I don't have any inside information. But they're holiday products and they're in danger. So there's that. Oh, we got this catalog at Backstage too. Okay, so some cards I've received recently. This one is from Emily. She's a team member, and she is so nice to send me a thank you card using some awesome product here. A real adorable card for helping out her new team member. So that was awesome. Thank you, Emily. And then this one is from Linda, who I believe is here today. She always does these super fun folds. So it opens like this. You're the best. And then has a pocket inside. Very awesome. Thank you, Linda. And then Oma, my friend Oma, sent me 2 cards. This one, amazing, with the sunflower folder, which is low inventory again, and black ink. I can't tell if she put the ink on in the embossing folder or after. Either way, it looks amazing. Black and white there. Just a note card. And she always, just a tip, she always puts her cards in a clear envelope and then puts it inside the white envelope to protect it as it goes through the mail. So she's got these like embellishments that are bumpy and stuff, and there's little divots here on the paper, but the card was not damaged at all. And then she also sent me this one. Look, just peeking in to say hello. That's that super cute kit that we carry with the little pets. She always runs these through the old subtle embossing folder. I don't know if y'all can see it on the camera, but it just gives some texture and makes it look really nice. So thank you, Oma. See the clear envelope. Okay, now today we are using, well, first I'm going to make the cards with the Gingerbread Man Bundle. So this is the bundle. Hopefully I have already done gone over this bundle in a previous video when I did my order. I can't remember if I did or not. But anyway, this is a photopolymer stamp set. It is called Gingerbread Man. And it has this very large Gingerbread Man stamp. He is 4.5 inches tall. Let's see if this, yeah, way bigger than shown on the front there. And then all these little faces, eyelashes, a surprised face, like saying, oh, a smiley face, a winky face. This one here is cheeks. I believe I did show this on a video before, because I think I didn't know what this stamp was. It's the little cheeks, 2 buttons, 2 gumdrops, which are on one stamp. These are all solid images. You don't need to color them in. Some little cookie crumbs, a piping of icing, like a little scallop icing image there. When you stamp the Gingerbread Man, it does not stamp that face or these buttons, but it does stamp the, well, that didn't help. It's even worse. It does stamp the icing on his arms and legs, or hers. And then Brittany just came over here, by the way. Hello. Words: seasons, eatings, baking, spirits bright, sugar and spice, and everything nice, and oh snap. So it's adorable. And then we have hey Cindy, no problem. Martha. I don't know why I called you. I was going to say Mary Ann, which not because of your relative either. Martha, good morning. Okay, then we have these awesome dies. There's 18 dies, all these accessories to go with the Gingerbread Man. So first of all, here's the Gingerbread Man die. So you can cut out a single or a pocket, and I'm going to do both today. The first card, we're going to do the, not pocket, but a fold over. So we'll do that on the first card today. Then what else? For stamped images, the only one I believe is the gumdrops, and there are 2 dies to cut out the 2. It stamps 2 gumdrops at one time, a smaller and a bigger one. So you can cut out both, but you can stamp 2 of them and cut out all 4 basically at one time. So that's cool. And then we've got, no, Brittany. The cat rubbed her face on the camera. We've got icing. These are the dies. A lollipop. A winter hat. Like a, what is it called? A beanie? I'm not sure. A coffee cup with a sparkle star on it, a scarf, a bow that cuts out 3 pieces that you glue back together or use individually to make a bow, like a peppermint candy, like wrapped in plastic kind of die with the swirls to go on top of it, the pinwheel style. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 faces, which match the faces in the stamps, but you would either use the dies or the stamps, not both. Okay, so that is, oh, and this die right here, which is very important to cut that leg off. So it's like broken off. It's a zigzag die. It just cuts a line. It doesn't cut out an image, it cuts a line. And I think, no, I'm not doing that on this, but we are doing that on the sampler, the wall art, and the little guy saying, oh snap. So there you go. Okay, so there we are with that. Brittany is, just turn this a little bit so y'all can see, she's right there guarding what we're doing. The problem is right where she lays is where I like to set stuff so I can access it during the video. And I need you to get down, ma'am. Okay, okay. All right, so that is the bundle. And let me just grab my packet and we will get started with card number 1. So I believe I'm making these in the order that I packed them for you. I did pack these up myself. This was a collaboration between me and Scott. Oh yeah, it's going to look like you have 2 card bases for this one. They're the same size. The card base is real red, and then you need your pecan pie for the gingerbread man. So these are our other pieces. And then right here we have the card base is real red. So to make a card, you take 8.5 by 11 cardstock and cut it in half. So it's 5.5 by 8.5. Just cut it in half. You'll get 2 cards out of 1 piece of paper. I'm going to fold it over and fold with my bone folder, and this will be a portrait up and down card, and it's real red. So 2 cards out of 1, they will both fit into that invitation size envelope, just like all the cards I just showed you that I got in the mail. Same thing. Those are the envelopes. Whoops. And so measuring is super easy. You don't need to do anything complicated. My favorite envelopes we carry like this are these clear ones. And that's the ones Oma uses to protect. I like to actually use them to mail cards in, or especially if you're delivering in person, and to protect my samples. Okay, so this is what your packet's going to look like if you get this class from me. Free, purchase, or come in person. And if you... Oh, goodness, what was I going to say? I lost my train of thought. I need to organize some stuff over here real quick. The heck was I going to tell you? I don't know. I lost it. Okay, so I've got my box for the in-person class. Pencil's supposed to be in the box, but it's not. So I'm going to add it right now. Yeah, I'm not sure what I was going to say, but you'll get all the embellishments you need. You will get all these pieces cut. So there is a piece of basic white to go next. I'll email all these measurements out tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Central on my email list. The next layer is, this is our 2-tone pretty in pink. See how it's lighter on that side? Lighter here, darker here. So the dark side is up. Pretty in pink 2-tone cardstock that we have embossed for you with the Forever Plaid embossing folder. It's one of those big giant folders. It's amazing. Big giant. Forever Plaid. Then we pre-die cut for you this white gingerbread man sample. And, sample. No, Brittany, no. Get down. The white one. You'll see mine in a minute. You have your full half a sheet of pecan pie for gingerbread. And then we scrap of white here, which you can see what that's for right there. And then right here, oh, this cat. Oh, I don't know how to make her not want to be up here. We have pre-die cut for you. This is our velvet. This is called All Season Velvet paper. And it is, I'm going to look at something here to try to fix this focusing on this camera. Sorry, I'm clicking buttons that I found. That makes it worse. No. Okay. Well, anyway, it's a little better than it normally is, right? Okay. So we have pre-die cut for you the like wrapper part of the candy in real red, the pinwheel part of the candy, the peppermint candy in basic white from the velvet, and then on a dryer sheet so it'll all stick together and be in your packet together, the bow that you assemble in red velvet. Okay, so let me show you that velvet real quick. This is an online exclusive, so you can get it in the online store. And it comes with red, white, and green, like a really dark, vibrant green, which I'll be using on the next card. It is 12 by 12, and you get 2 sheets of each color. And it truly is velvet, so it's awesome. Okay, so there's that. Now, what do I want to do first on this card? I think we're going to start. I'll stamp these gumdrops first. I blanked out on the word. Shocker. Okay, so I'll show you all the stuff in here. This is the container for class. All that and all that. It's all labeled. So I need gumdrops. I need sugar and spice and everything nice. I need the giant gingerbread man. I need the winky face and the cheeks. I might as well get all these stamps out. I'll just get that out for the next card. This is just for them to stamp the back of their card. It says handmade or something. Just going to get all this stuff out. Okay, I'll supply them glue dots and dimensionals. And let me grab all these inks. That's for the thing. Okay. Oh, it was so much lighter when it was empty. I almost threw it into the thing. The kitty is Britty. B-R-I-T-T-Y. Britty. I'm going to grab Pretty in Pink ink, and I'm going to stamp this double gumdrop image 3 times on this scrap of basic white. I want 6 total, 3 small, 3 large, and then we'll die cut those out in a minute. And then on the, actually, okay, what I'm going to do next, sorry, I have not typed instructions yet, so I haven't put any thought into the order of these. What I'm going to do next is prepare this white gingerbread man. So when you do this, it's probably obvious, but this is to go inside the folded gingerbread man. So you want to cut the right side of the die, not the left side, the right side of the die, which is what I did. But when you just want the single gingerbread man, it's weird where it folds. There is a score mark, and for me, it's very difficult to cut that at a curve like this. Like, it'll look terrible. So I just have a little template of a gingerbread man that I cut, and I just flip this guy, the white one, over backwards and put the curved side to the side I need cut. Ooh, I cut that close. I hope y'all's is a little less close. On the back side, I'm going to trace with a pencil the curve. And then when I cut it, I'm going to cut, oh, you know what? I'm lying. That's untrue. Oh my gosh. Ignore that. That's for the next card. Ignore. We need to cut this one straight because it's going to go inside the fold. Okay, so there is a little score mark. So you can just cut on that, but cut a little bit inside it or it will be too far over. Cut a little inside that score mark. So just cut it off at an angle. Sorry. I made these cards a long time ago, in my defense. Okay, now I'm going to grab real red. I put mine back through. Ooh, Julie, that's an idea. She reruns it through to get it rounded. Smart. Had not ever thought of that one. Okay, sugar and spice and everything nice. Real red ink. And I'm going to stamp that right across the widest part where the arms are there. Okay, so that's going to go inside my folded guy. So now we're done with that. And now I'm going to stamp my gingerbread man. On the right hand side, very important, of this paper. And pecan pie is the ink I'm going to use. And this will be a girl, so it's a gingerbread girl or lady. I'm going to leave this stamp upside down on the table so that I can add the ink without getting it all over my clear block. I can control the amount of pressure, like I'm not smashing it in there where it's pressing down there. There should be no ink here and no ink here. Just nice taps. You can tap it a bunch of times though to make sure you get a good inking. Just, you don't need to be going crazy. And then this goes over to the right. Nice and firm. You need a firm surface. So foam mat or glass mat studio, or a really hard, firm table. These plastic ones that are like flexible or irregular are not good for photopolymer. I'm making a note to remind everybody to bring foam mats to the class Saturday, because at our new location we have those plastic tables. Okay, now I'm going to add the little face, the face, the eyes with sort of like eyelashes on them and a smile in pecan pie. And then I'm going to add the cheeks in not pretty in pink. It does not look as good. Flirty flamingo on this brown I thought looked better. So flirty flamingo for the cheeks. You just kind of go on either side of the mouth. Ah, so cute. A little bit off, but pretend y'all do not see that. Okay. Now we can do our die cutting. So of course I'm going to recommend you cut these gumdrops apart to cut them out. So grab my die cut machine. Okay, so grab my machine. Oof. I was afraid that was going to be super close. When I lift it up, I always forget to put it back down the camera. Okay, so place this on your die cut machine. The whole thing needs to be on there, not hanging off, because you are going to cut the other side as well. And then, of course, align your image. Align the die with the stamped image. You're looking everywhere except that folded in half hand, because you can't really see that one. And then do this on your machine, not on the table. And then grab your top plate, which should be the one you never cut on, so it's nice and flat and uncut. These are just cracks from running through, but they're not cuts. And I'm just going to put it down right on top and run it through. Ugh. Muscles. Hey, Pat. Good morning. All right. And now, it's so, I love when they do dies like this. The fold over ones. We had another one recently. I forgot what it was, but it was popular at the time. And when I glue this inside, see how it should fold over nicely and basically hide all that white. It's getting pushed out a little, so I'm probably going to trim a little bit more off here. So that's the test to see if you trimmed off enough, is to see if when you close it, does it some of that white show, basically. Okay, so there's that. Now let me do these gumdrops real quick. I'm going to put them up really close to going into the machine first, so they have less time to shift. Oh, I forgot I have 2 dies. Love it. So I put them up close so they go into the machine first. They're going in long ways, always, not short and fat, because that's when, or that the dies can shift more when you do that, because when they hit the pressure in here, it can bump them. It can bump them either way, but there's more area to bump if they're long and skinny, or if they're this way. And putting them up where they go into the machine first gives them, again, less time to shift. I'm going to push this back so I can grab everything. There's the first 4. I guarantee you I'd have lost those mint embellishments already. Girl, I was literally thinking when I bagged them up that I was going to lose them during the video. Okay, one more to cut. So if y'all get this class free from me, immediately put your little peppermints in a separate baggie when you open that up. There they are, so cute. So, little gumdrops. So you can make like a gingerbread house out of these as well. Okay. Okay, so now this, you really could make your paper a little shorter when you do this, but I'm always afraid I'll stamp too far one direction, but I would trim this off and save that, of course, as a scrap. My pecan pie there. Okay, so now I think we just have to assemble. See, did you jinx me? I had 3 peppermints. Now I only see 2. Might be on the bottom of my machine. It's going to show up later. Let's just pretend that's going to happen. Okay. Hold on. We're not ready to assemble. We need to do sandpaper. So this is my 2-tone cardstock. I'm going to grab my sanding paper because this creates a lot of debris. I'm going to grab a sanding block. And I'm going to sand off the top layer of the raised up parts to give some interest to this paper. Again, it's pretty in pink, embossed with Forever Plaid. And then I'm going to funnel all this debris into my trash can. You know, because that can mess with your projects, the ink and stuff. So I'm going to grab my trash can. All right. Now I think I'm ready to assemble. So I'm going to take my Stampin' Seal, attach this embossed, pretty in pink, to the basic white layer. Hey Lisa, watching in Connecticut. Good morning. Skinny border here. And then that to my real red card base. I'm going to trim a little bit more off of this hand like I had mentioned. If anybody sees the, oh, there it is. Woo! I was about to say, if y'all see that third peppermint, tell me so I don't have to search all over for it. Let me make sure before I glue this down. Yep, that's better. So just make sure before you glue it that when you close the pecan pie gingerbread man that the white isn't hanging out real bad. Okay, so now that opens up. It's so cute. Then I will attach the whole gingerbread man to my card flat at an angle. Gingerbread lady, I should say. Flat at an angle. Maybe boom, boom. I'm going to assemble my little piece of candy here and my bow tie. Or it's a bow, I should say. It can be a bow tie, which I just realized something I should have done on that. Also, I lied. I didn't use the bow tie on this. It's on the wall art. I'm getting my projects mixed up. But on my wall art, I did a green bow tie for the boy. So it's just this piece here. But I just realized I should have put this one on it. So I'll fix that in my instructions. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Hell, they're like, we're not even making that right now. Who cares? Okay, so this white pinwheel on the red velvet, it's velvet as well, on the red velvet candy wrapper, and I'm attaching that with a Stampin' Dimensional to this right hand of Ginger Lady. I think I'll put the dimensional on her hand. And then I can position the candy so that it's not hanging off the edge of my card. And then to assemble this little bow, I'm going to put adhesive. I'm using my silicone craft sheet here so I don't get excess adhesive on my glass mat, foam mat, etc. Actually, I should do this one first. I'm going to put adhesive on the back of the top of the tails of the bow and then attach that to the center of the bow there. And then this little square center will go on top of that. So that's how I assemble the bow. Before I put the bow on, I'm going to add the 3 small gumdrops as buttons. I saw this on Pinterest that somebody did that, and I was like, so cute. So these will be buttons on the gingerbread lady. And then I will know where to put the bow. I'm going to put a couple of dimensionals on the back of the bow. Or she could put it on her head or something as well, but I did put it on her neck. Like that. So cute. Thank you, Lisa. And then these other 3 large gumdrops, dimensionals. That stuck to me. And I'll put one on the top right, kind of like an embellishment, and a couple on the bottom left at different little angles. And then it's a lot of pink on pink, so I will then add my embellishments. So these are the peppermint embellishments. See? Well, this is a partial pack here, but these are the real red and white adhesive back peppermints. And this camera, they are awesome. I had it fixed earlier. Sorry, I'm obsessed with the focusing thing. Let's see if that one. So weird. That's better though. Anyway, they're in the online store. I don't know if they're in a catalog, but they're awesome. So you get small, medium, and large. So I believe these are 2 medium and a small. Let me grab a small. They are adhesive back, but they're like the rubbery embellishments. Like they're hard, but a little flexible. I'm going to put a small and a medium up here on the top, just kind of around the gumdrop, and then one more medium down at the bottom. And that kind of fixes the pink on pink. And then for Robin, just kidding, but we're going to add Wink of Stella at my in-person. Remember not to squeeze it. It's already been squeezed and it'll just make a giant mess. I'm going to add Wink of Stella onto these gumdrops. I do recommend waiting until the end to do that so that ink can dry enough that it doesn't. There is a lot of detail in these gumdrops. I don't know if y'all can see it on camera, but there's little holes in it. So if your Wink of Stella smears all that ink together, then they'll just be solid instead of detail. But you don't need to squeeze it. Mine has already been squeezed. It's good to go. And that is the final card number 1. Card number 1. Thank you, Joyce. So it opens like this. And then, of course, it opens. That Wink of Stella was still wet like that. Card number 1. Don't forget, you can get this class. Okay, so let me put that over there. I did get some glitter on my hand. And move on to card number 2. Number 2, our other Gingerbread Man card. So look at all the die cutting we did for y'all on this. So much. This one has a white card base. I'm glad I took this one for myself because it has a free sample of Britty inside. Right there. Free Britty sample. Okay, basic white card base. Inside, I'll show all this stuff in a second. All the other cards have ribbon, just that first one did not. Okay, so when I fold these in half, like I already showed you, I align the edges up on the table against my thumbnail and look at the 2 corners for alignment, but then I try to do most of the creasing with the bone folder, which will make less wrinkles on the inside. And this card will also be portrait up and down like the last one. Then I do have hidden in here a Gingerbread Man. There's a reason it got bagged that way, but it doesn't matter. So we have a piece of real red to go as our next layer. Then you got this pre-die cut, just one pecan pie gingerbread man with the smiley face die cut out of it already. But the next layer is white, but it's not basic white. Can you see this texture on here? It is this paper. Let me bring it over. Yes, right here. Oh, hold on. This paper. It is called Whispers of Texture. And I should be more observant and either read or look, but it has 2 types of texture in it. One is like a tiny corrugated, and it's white. And one is this one, which is like a teeny tiny argyle or something. So it's a little bit slick or glossy-ish. I personally would not even bother trying to stamp on it. Plus, it's got the texture. But it does add a lot to this card. Just putting it on that instead of regular white, just, it's like embossing. It just elevated it without us having to do anything. So Whispers of Texture. This paper is available now. I don't remember if it's online or... Oh, yeah, it's an online exclusive. I've got a pink dot on the other one. So it's an online exclusive. So that means who knows how long it'll be around or not. But it's available right now. And it's not the corrugated texture. It's the other one that we're using today. Okay, then we've got a strip of white, a 1/2-inch strip for our greeting. You will get a candy cane. It will either be this version or this version. So red on top of white, because when you cut these candy canes, you actually have to cut it twice if you want two different colors. It's one die. So you cut one out of red like this and one out of white, and then you can use the two that come in there to make these two candy canes. So some of you will get this one, some will get this one. I'm going to use this one on this sample because the white on top, because my other sample has red on top. I use the dryer sheets because it all sticks together and you don't have to pick these little pieces that fall out of your die every time. Okay, then we've got a red velvet. That was red and white velvet, of course. Red velvet hat, red velvet scarf, green velvet coffee cup, I forgot to show the second card earlier. Two peppermints, the large ones, embellishments. We pre-cut for you two of the icing, the little scalloped icing pieces with adhesive sheets on the back. And last but not least, this cute little green and white chevron ribbon that just got released this month in our online exclusives, but it's great for Christmas. So you can pick up some of that right now. Okay. So first thing I'm going to do is cut the hand off of this gingerbread man on a curve. So Julie said she runs it back through the die cut machine. That's an option. I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to turn it over, use my template. I'm going to take my pencil and trace the curve on the back side because you don't want that pencil mark on the front. And then I'm just going to cut a little bit inside that pencil mark by hand. Again, the reason for me, besides that I didn't think of die cutting it, is that it's easier. I mean, it's not easier, is that I cannot freehand a nice curve like that. It'll look terrible. Cutting from the back so I can see. And there we go. Okay. Now, I want to stamp on this guy the cheeks. So we already have a face because we die cut it out. And it'll be white behind it, so it'll be fine. I want to stamp the flirty flamingo cheeks. My greeting is going to say Baking Spirits Bright in garden green. So it's a 1/2 inch strip. I have the exact measurement, the length on the recipe cards that'll go out tomorrow. Baking Spirits Bright. Don't press hard on our ink pads, just tap only. Otherwise, we've got my example here. When you press hard, you get light ink and a big mess on your ink pad or clear block. And when you tap gently, you get full inking. This is too hard. Baking Spirits Bright. So cute. And that's a cursive, all one line, lowercase. Cute, thick cursive. Okay, and then I need to grab the pecan pie ink pad and a sponge dauber and add ink to the edges of this, I should say. I'm going to grab a scratch paper. I prefer to do this like toward the floor because sometimes these sponge daubers can shed or shred and little pieces of them fall onto your table or your cardstock, your projects. And then when you swipe, it makes whatever color they are lines. So instead of that, we're going to use, well, I would do it over the floor, but because I'm wanting to do it on camera, I'll just put scratch paper underneath, but not the scratch paper that I'm working with, like separate. What I'm doing is edging pecan pie all around to make this stand out better, have more detail, and look like it was cooked. Also, I get the ink when I do sponge daubers from the edges and the sides, because the middle is where we go to ink up our stamps, and that's where we need the ink to stay. We usually don't ink them from the very edges and corners, so grab that ink instead, and you'll have to re-ink your ink pads less often when you're using sponges or blending brushes or whatever. I'm going to say that's good enough. So it's super cute there. Then I think it's ready to assemble, basically. Oh, let me put on now this rickrack icing scallopy things. Now, we might have used little pieces of adhesive sheets. Adhesive sheets are sheets of sticker. You peel off one side and it'll reveal a sticky thing. You stick that to your cardstock. If it was this red color, you stick it to this, and then you turn it over and do your die cutting. Die cut out the little rickrack, and then it's got a sticker you can peel off the back. So if this comes off in one piece, I'll be lucky, but yours might not. Mine did. On that one. Also, it might be hard to start. I like to leave it on the table and like scrape my fingernail against it if possible. But you may have another trick you use for that. Okay, these were two that are one piece. And then I'm going to use this to do 4 things. So I'm going to place it on one of the hands and trim. You could trim from the back as well, actually, so you can see better. But then I need this piece for the foot. Where'd it go? So I'll put this one over here. For the leg, the foot, whatever you want to call it. And then I'll do the same thing over here. I'll do that the wrong direction. Whatever. It's fine. It's fine. These do not need to be perfect. I don't know about you, but my icing, well, I wouldn't even do it, but it wouldn't be perfect. I'm going to scooch this up a little because it looks weird. Okay, so there we go. So that's how you can do. Of course, you could cut more if you were doing it on your own. We had to pre-die cut all these for everybody, so we gave you 2. But you could cut 4 full ones and then do them however you want. But it's very cute. Okay, now let's put this together. We'll add the, I'm done with that. We'll add the Whispers of Texture, which are just white, by the way. That whole pack is white only, to this real red cardstock, and then add that to the basic white card base. How we doing? V, I have a grandniece who's getting that card. Yes. Eleanor, absolutely love card number 1. Corinne, cute. Thank y'all very much. Joyce, adorable. Liked and shared. Lisa, thank you very much. Thanks for saying cute. Cute, Lisa. All right, so there's that. Now I will add dimensionals to the back of the gingerbread person. More than I normally would because it's a really big piece of paper. You might want to go ahead and add the hat before you do this, but I'm going to wing it. But I'm going to put it on at an angle just like the other card. I'm going to put the bottom left foot almost all the way to the bottom, and the left side, the left hand from my view, closer to the left side, and that will leave room for the stuff I'm going to put in this hand and the hat. Then the hat, I am adding flat So I'll just put adhesive on the brim, and actually I'll probably add a dimensional up here on the right above the brim, the part that'll hang off. Oh, it's not going to hang off. I don't know yet. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, so a little hat. Oh yeah, I got plenty of room. Put the hat on top so I can add this dimensional at the ball of the hat up there so it's even. Okay, scarf is flat. Just adhesive on that. Red scarf, red velvet. I don't know if y'all can see the texture of this red velvet, but it's really cute. This is already glued together, my peppermint. So I'm adding the peppermint flat. I'm just putting adhesive on the long part of it. It's a candy cane. I'm describing that wrong. It is a candy cane with a curve at the top. So I'm going to put that in the right hand, kind of. If you know what I mean by in the hand. And then the coffee cup will have a dimensional. I think, again, I'm going to put it on the hand. So I can then just put the cup wherever I want. My two little, I'll do those last actually. Okay, the greeting, I'm going to put adhesive on the right hand side and a dimensional on the left side. And this greeting goes toward the bottom, hanging off the left side of the gingerbread man, but not all the way to the left of the white paper. And then across and sort of on the gingerbread man. I think this one's a little lower than my original, but that's fine. It's fine. Okay, my two large peppermints will be buttons for this one. Probably should have put them on before the scarf. I'm going to pick that scarf up and kind of tuck it like it would be in real life. Two buttons out of peppermint embellishments, and then our bow, and that will be it. I think this ribbon's pretty much the same on both sides. It's a garden green chevron. So cute. It's an online exclusive. So you will have a strip of ribbon just like me, and I'm going to make a bunny ears bow. So I'll make two bunny ears, lots of space in between the two ears, two tails, approximately even. Take this right one, cross it over the left. Hey Shirley, good morning. Push that down into the rabbit hole, that one loop, and then pull and fix. Trim the excess at the ends if needed, and then we'll use a mini glue dot to attach. Fold it back so you just reveal one dot, and you can push into that roll. There is card number 2. Card number 2. Baking Spirits Bright. Looks yummy. Thank you, Lori. Thanks, Lisa. All right. So those are the two gingerbread. Now, if you love the gingerbread man, I still have 2 packets left also of the wall art, which is super cute. Just don't have it here to show you. Okay, so let me sort of quickly just semi put these away because I have the stuff for the other 2 cards in a separate box, and I want to keep this a little bit organized. So I have to take it with me Saturday. And I'll be typing tutorials today. So. Put these back in the tub. It's mine. All these inks. Okay. So card number 3. Actually, before I say that, swipe that off. This is the Delicate Pines bundle right here, Delicate Pines. And it's an online exclusive photopolymer stamp set. So you have the reason, well, I don't know the reason, but anyway, it is snowflakes made out of pine needles. So it's really cute. It's a whole suite of products like I showed you earlier, including designer paper, ribbon, embellishments. They're so pretty. And the bundle. I think that's all. So the bundle has a large snowflake made out of the pine needles. So it is almost 3.5 inches tall. Then there's a medium one, again, different pine needles, 2 inches. Then there is another medium-ish one, 1 1/4. Then there's a small snowflake, a little over 1/2 inch. Then there's this image here, which can be used. It's like made out of some kind of greenery as a flower or elements of the snowflake. It's about 1 1/2. There is a sprig of pine needles. Like you just cut a little sprig off a tree, 2 inches. There's a pine cone, a single pine cone that's very detailed. Can't actually see the rest of these that I did not mount. There's another little very small greenery image and a tiny little pine needle type image that you can embellish the snowflakes with. There is a 2-inch long branch, one going to the left, one going to the right, of pine needles that you can form into a snowflake or add as an embellishment, etc. You can die cut out all of these images, every single one of them with the dies. And then we have the words. Celebrate the season is a pretty cursive. It's the most magical time of year is all caps print, except magical is cursive. And warmest winter wishes. Warmest is on top with cursive, and winter wishes is below with all caps. So that's that. And then the dies are, you can, again, cut out every stamped image. I'm going to show you how you can cut out the inside of these snowflakes or not with these other dies here. And then besides all the stamped images, there is a die that cuts out 3 detailed berries, which I think, did I use it? I used it for something. Oh, anyway, doesn't matter. I used it on something else. There's a standalone detailed pine cone that's 2 steps, so the back one and the front one. There's a standalone sprig here, which we've pre-die cut for you for this class, for this first card I'm making. It's a stem with leaves instead of pine needles, and they have like a detail embossed in down the center of the leaf, a line where the vein would go. That's really pretty. There are some standalone pine needle sprigs, 3 of the kind of double one. It's like a long line, but going both directions. And then this one here, which is 1 long line with 3 pine needles on one side, 3 on the other. We are using that one on this first card as well. I think I said them all. Oh, and right here, more berries. Single berries, 3 sets of 3 berries that are all connected to each other with a little hole cut where the little seed goes. So, awesome, right? It's awesome. Who likes this bundle? I love it. The designer paper is really pretty. Again, it's snowflakes made out of pine cones. So it's green and blue, secret sea, shaded spruce, old olive. This is one of the patterns. It's 12 by 12 paper. This is just a scrap here with that secret sea background, and then all different kinds of green pine needles all over it. And then on the back is green with white snowflakes, large ones. This one is so pretty. You can actually die cut this snowflake out with the dies. You can die cut out several of the snowflakes with the dies on some of these papers. This is a dark secret sea background with the green snowflakes and pine needles. And then the back side is a pretty peacock pattern of sort of snowflakes. Then there's 2 or 3, I'd say these 2 sheets right here that are different, but they're basically a background of pine needles, a white base with a background of pine needles, greenery, leaves, pine cones, the little snowflake type images that are made out of pine needles that you can die cut out, etc. And then the backs of those, we have one is old olive with like the ice on it, like from your car window, or it can look like snow. And one is pretty peacock with that ice on it, like little snowflakes frozen on your, but tiny, tiny ones that don't look like these fancy snowflakes. Okay. And then this sheet has a bunch of large snowflakes that you can die cut out and some smaller ones that you can die cut out with your dies. There's several things on here that fit the dies, literally so many, but it just makes a pretty background. It's a white base with the green and blues. The back is shaded spruce with white small snowflakes all over it. Lots of distressing as well. And then this one's really cool. It has this giant, just literal giant, probably 6-inch snowflake in the middle. And it's an even pattern of things coming out from that. White base, a little bit of blue there, and then the greenery, and also some cherry cobbler berries. And then the back is another, it's not the same one, is it? Oh yeah, this is a shaded spruce with the ice on it. Okay, so that's the paper. The paper is called Elegant Pine Snowflakes. And it's in the online store. Online exclusive. All right, so that is basically the bundle. Lori says the DSP is beautiful and very unique. I agree, very unique, Lori. Thanks, Eleanor, by the way. Didn't think to use the dies like that for the eyes and mouth, but also I didn't put it on a white base. So Julie, I also have done that on this one, where we just punched out a smaller white circle and glued a white circle back there, not even with dimensionals, because it was easier than die cutting those out and gluing them back on those tiny little pieces. So you can just put a circle of white behind there, even if your base is not white, which may be what you did, but anyway. Okay, so card number 1, card number 3. It's number 1 of the snowflakes though, right? Okay, we've got a cherry cobbler card base and a bunch of stuff. Let me fold this card base over first. I think all the cards, no, the last one's a Z fold. I was going to say they're all just a regular, but I forgot. Okay, portrait. All the cards are portrait today. Cherry cobbler card base. Then lots of stuff we did for you here. We've got a sheet of DSP. This is one of the dark Secret Sea backgrounds with the green and blue greenery snowflakes all over it. That will be your next layer. Then we've pre-die cut for you a cherry cobbler and a basic white label from Branching Out dies right here. These dies are amazing. I also use them on the next card in the next 2 sizes up. So I put the measurements of these labels in the recipe cards. But these dies are amazing. They can stand alone, and I used them on a video a couple of weeks ago and showed them in more detail. I think they're a must-have. They're in the holiday catalog. So we've got a smaller white one and a larger cherry cobbler one. Then pre-die cut for you is an old olive, that sprig that is long. It is 3 3/4 inches long, and it has 3 pine needles on one, 3 on the other that are even, like kind of like a triangle. And you can put a bunch of these together and make a snowflake, and they also go behind the other snowflakes really well. So you can crisscross them, but we're going to use it a different way. And then we pre-die cut for you 1 gold foil and 1 Secret Sea of that leaf image I told you about. And you've got a scrap of basic beige, 2 scraps of cherry cobbler, and a 1/2-inch strip of basic white for our greeting. We're also going to stamp on this white one as well, this white label. Okay, so stamps. Let me get them out. Inks. This one I have the dies pulled and ready for class. The other one I did not yet. Okay, let me look at my sample. I need first, I'm just going to stamp this snowflake right here. It's the smallest snowflake. I'm going to use Old Olive ink. Ooh. And grab a scratch paper. It's going to be stamped off on this white label. So I'm going to ink it up in Old Olive, tap, 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 stamp it on scratch paper, and stamp it up here toward the top left of this label, going off the edge a little bit. Then do that again and stamp it down to the right a little bit of that. And then my greeting's going to go across the center, kind of like, not the center, across the bottom, kind of like this. So I'm going to add one down at the bottom left, hanging off the edge a little bit. All of these are stamped off. And one on the right side toward the bottom, a little bit above where my greeting will be. And you'll see that when you are making the card, you'll have the instructions there. So that'll make sense. I think, oh, and I did one more. It's barely visible on my other sample, but to the left of that last one I just stamped. So something like that. Grab a screenshot. Okay, because the card actually covers up a bunch of these. That's just a background on there. My greeting is going to say, should be done with this color for now, is going to say it's the most magical time of year. And it's Secret C. This is my backwards Secret C pad. I got green ink on there. I'm going to pretend I didn't. It's on my hand. Okay. It's the most magical time of the year is a long, skinny one. So it's on a 1/2-inch piece of white. And I'm going to stamp it right in the center. This is the length I need it to be, I believe. Ooh, I pressed really hard on that. Flip it over. It is the correct length. Don't press so hard. When you have a skinny line stamp, the harder you press, the more blurry it becomes. Also, I think this pad is just inked up really well. Okay, it's kind of crooked now. Which one's better? I'll go with, I don't like either one. It's fine, I guess. Whatever. Y'all, I'm a hot mess today. This is the what not to do video. Don't stick your plastic thing in your ink pad. Okay, done with that color. Now, cherry cobbler. So I, again, saw a card on Pinterest where they had, and this is probably what this is intended for, but I didn't realize it. They had taken this stamp, which was one I had mentioned to y'all was one that you could make be either a flower or part of a snowflake. So we're going to make it be a flower. So it's like, it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 petals, so to say. There's a die that matches it. But it's made out of sprigs. Anyway, I'm going to stamp it in cherry cobbler on cherry cobbler cardstock. And I'm going to make a poinsettia out of it. Now, I've marked the top of this with a Sharpie, the top of the stamp, how I matched it up to the die. I need 2 of these. I have 2 squares here of cherry cobbler. And so that's the top. So I marked the top of my paper. And then I've labeled the die with, I've etched a dot right there. It's etched in there so that when I die cut this, I won't have to figure it out. And I think it's correct. That's not wood, but you know. Let me show you my etcher. You can also put your initials. Oh, it's called an engraver. Sorry. It's in my Amazon store, linked in the video right now. Facebook, YouTube. It's called an engraver. This is from Karen Bray Genius. It was originally so we could put our initials on our own dies, me and her, but now we don't really do that anymore. She probably still does. But you can put your initials if you're good. Like you can do all this stuff, engraving. Look at people doing their golf club, signature, whatever. I use it to mark the top of my dies. So it's pretty cool. It's in the Amazon store. Hold on. Try to put stuff back where it goes, or this room will be a hot mess. Okay, and then I need a pine cone. 1 pine cone on this basic beige scrap. So I'm going to stamp that in early espresso. It is a small pine cone. The one that you can die cut that's freestanding or standalone is much bigger than this one. So I need to die cut these out. Oh, and I forgot to mention that you have a piece of twine. It is old olive twine from the Old Olive and Early Espresso twine. Actually, it's called Early Espresso and Old Olive. Linen thread. It's not twine. Goodness. Linen thread pack. That's where that came from. Okay, so let me die cut out these things. By the way, what I call the top of this die is literally, it doesn't matter what you call the top, as long as you've labeled the same thing with the stamp and the die. It's not actually correct that that's the top. That's just what I'm calling the top. I'm looking for my readers. Looking for the readers. Is this cherry cobbler on cherry cobbler when there's shadows is difficult to see. Hopefully that's good enough. Okay. Lock it down. Yeah, my die cutting's a little bit off, but it'll be fine on the card. But I blame it on my eyesight, because there's a lot of shadows over here where I'm doing the video. Here's the pine cone, though. It's good. And then one more. But where did I put the paper? Put the machine on top of it, of course. Okay. What time is it? Woo! Long video. I also have to type 5 tutorials today. So, you know, it's going to be maybe a little bit of a late night. Let's see how this one came out. A little better. Can't see. Can't tell if it's blurry because I had the readers on. Okay. So there's all that. Now, put it together. Oh, and man, I did not say a lot of stuff. You're also getting 3 small of these guys. They're the faceted snowflakes. They come in cherry cobbler. I believe they call that pretty peacock and clear. They're called snowflakes, but they kind of look like stars, and they kind of just look like they don't really look like snowflakes. So you could use these for anything you want, which I love. And you get a large size and a small size of each color. And again, for this card, you're getting 3 small cherry cobbler. So, okay, so let's put it together. We're going to do the, what is this called? Designer paper to the cherry cobbler card base. And then I will attach the white branching out label to the cherry cobbler one. This will go in the center of my card on dimensionals, this label. How we doing? How we doing? Oh my gosh. I lost a lot of viewers. It's funny. Okay, right in the center with the dimensionals. Then let's put together this flower with adhesive. So that one's the messed up one, so we'll put it on bottom. I just put adhesive on the back of one of the flowers and crisscross it so that the other petals show. And now you have a poinsettia, sort of. Oh, I still need this. Okay, so we pre-die cut for you the sprig on a dryer sheet. So when you peel it off, hopefully some of the, zero did on that, but hopefully some of the little dots that you'll need to poke out, these little holes, hopefully some of them will stick to that dryer sheet. But maybe it's because I did that a few days ago. I'm poking them out off camera here just with my Take Your Pick tool because I have a trash pile. But I would recommend poking those out so your card will look cuter like this. And then what I'm going to do is cut this in half. You can even tear it in half. It doesn't matter. In the center, there is a circle between the two sprigs for you to connect them all together if you're going to form a snowflake or some other pattern. But you can just cut that in half, or even, I'm just going to tear it, honestly, because it's not going to show. I'll just tear it like this. It's literally fine, but you could cut it if you prefer. Basically, we're just making two little sprigs out of it that we can do whatever we want with. Okay, so let me add adhesive to the back of all of these sprigs and even my pine cone. It will be flat. The flower will have dimensionals. Literally, that adhesive is right in front of me. I'm just adding the adhesive toward the bottom of each sprig or leaf, and I'll let the top be free. And I'm going to build a little thing here. So the flower, I put dimensionals there, but I haven't peeled it off yet. It's going to go over here to the left. I put this on upside down. It's going to go to the left of the label. The flower is. The snowflake should be on the right. It's going to go toward the left. So, oh my gosh. I set it there without gluing it so I can see where I want to put these green old olive pine needles coming out from under it. Something like that over to the left. So a little V there. Let me get this adhesive off my fingers. And then my two leaves, I'm going to put the gold one on bottom and the secret C on overlapping it. I messed up my secret C leaf, but it'll be fine. Let me just put the gold one on first. I've got way too much sticky on my hand. So coming out from the left side of the poinsettia. And then the blue one will be a little bit higher than that. Still coming out from the left side, but headed more toward the right. Oh my goodness. I'm going to have to add more adhesive because I destroyed that. Just do it right here. Okay. And then my flower. That will look cute. So the flower is going to cover up all the ugliness right there. By the way, I forgot to pull this back down. And the dimensionals will help hold it all together. And y'all ignore that I ripped that blue flower to shreds. Okay. Next, we're going to add the greeting. Adhesive in the middle. Dimensionals on the left and right because it will go over this raised up label. And I'm going to kind of nest it between the needles of this pine needle thing. So I have some of them coming out in front of it. That. And my pine cone, I'm just going to tuck it under the flower and on top of the greeting. That. Then with my twine, or my linen thread that is old olive colored, I'm going to tie it in a double bow. So you have a nice long piece here. You want to fold it in half. Cut it in half. And then tie both of those into one bow. I'm just doing a regular bow, not bunny ears, because that's easier for me with linen thread or twine. A semi-small bow, medium maybe size, trim the excess. And that's going to go in the center of the flower. Thanks, Lori. Oh my gosh. Sore throat. What the heck? I need some water. And then, oops, my little, these things, my snowflake embellishments that are cherry cobbler, 2 on the top right of the white label and 1 on the bottom left. And I actually put it right in the center of that snowflake I stamped on the bottom left. And that is card number 3. That's it. Card number 3. Last but not least, card number 4. Where's my paper? Oh, yeah. Right here. So this one is a shaded spruce base. Shaded spruce. This will be a Z fold. So we're going to fold it in half. Like normal. But then fold the front back in half all the way to the left. So it's a super simple fun fold like that. And that's mine's a little crooked, but yours won't be, right? That's the card base. So nothing special about the cutting. It's just an extra fold. And then these are the ones we're going to lose. You have 3 of the snowflakes, 2 silver, a large and small, and a small peacock. Don't lose those. Okay, we have the 2 labels, as I mentioned earlier. This one is Secret C. It's larger, and then the next size down is basic white, but these are 2 sizes up from the ones I used on the last card, so they're bigger. Labels from Branching Out Dies, which I talked about on the last card. We have a strip of the designer paper. It's one of the white ones that has the larger snowflakes printed all over them. And that is 1 7/8 by 5 1/4 to go here on the left side of the card. That. And then you'll have 2 pieces of basic white that are the same size. One is for the inside of the card and one is a scrap. You also have a strip of this gorgeous shaded spruce gold edged ribbon, which is really wide. It is 7/8 inch wide. And that's in our online store right now as well. Okay, so stamping, I think, what the heck is that? I think we stamp on both of these. I have an example somewhere. Where did that go? Oh, right here. For my scrap. And then the one for the inside, we're specifically stamping on it. Oh, and I also stamped on this white one. Okay. I'm going to grab Old Olive ink first. And stamp, again, the smallest snowflake, just like I did on the last card, directly onto this white label, which is portrait up and down, just like the card. Top left, stamped off. Bottom right, several down here on the bottom not bottom right. Well, bottom, just the bottom. Something like that. Okay, so 1 top right and about 5 bottom left-ish, a little bit toward the right, like that, some hanging off the edges. Okay, then on our scrap right here, I will do that next. Old Olive is going to be this sort of medium all pine needles snowflake in Old Olive. We are going to die cut these out. Secret C is the large snowflake. So I put that out of view. Secret C for the large one, the largest, which is this beauty right here. Tap, 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 don't press hard. Just don't go too close to the edges since we're die cutting it out. You need a little space. And last but not least, this medium one, or the next size down from the largest, in Shaded Spruce. Should we see right there? And then we're going to die cut those out. Also, I'm going to use Shaded Spruce here on the bottom right of this portrait up and down white for the inside of the card. This is the just pine needle image that's not a snowflake. We're going to stamp it on the bottom right edge. It is curved, so we're stamping it with the curve of the corner there. Ink it again. Stamp off. Eleanor, can you hear yourself calling me right now? And stamp onto that. Sorry. Ink it up. Stamp off. Stamp it again a little to the left. Like that. Looks real cute, right? And then for our greeting, we're going to stamp Shaded Spruce. Sorry. That's a lie. We're going to stamp Secret C ink. Celebrate the Season. Top. Right there. Toward the top in the center. Can y'all tell when I start getting tired on these videos? I can't focus anymore. Okay. I think that's it for the stamping. Let me put these stamps away. Okay, now the die cutting. The die cutting. It's easy, but let me do a little cleanup and grab this trash can. This mess out of my way. Machine. Okay, so when you die cut these out, you have 2 choices. You can die cut it like this, the whole snowflake with the white on the inside, or you can add this extra die and die cut out the center, which is what we're going to do. Ooh, I hope I'm not too close over there. Look at that. I might be too close. This might be bad. See, we got to pay attention to that. And then same thing for this medium-sized one. You can die cut out the whole thing with the white in the center, or you can add this die, which is a different die than that first one. These are 2 different dies, and die cut out the middle parts, which is what we're going to do as well. So I am worried that I didn't leave enough space for, y'all can't see what I'm doing. I'm trying to see if there's enough space. I don't want to die cut these all out at one time because the dies, I don't want them to overlap or anything or shift and get damaged. I'm not sure. I'm just going to cut them apart and see if there's enough room or not. This one will be fine. This is where I'm worried, right here where these two corners are close together. So I may have to modify my directions for in person, but and to go. Anyway, let me just, I can do all three of these at once now. Long and skinny, long and skinny. And this guy. Okay, so now just give me a minute to line these up real well. I believe this is symmetrical, so I don't think you have to worry about a top or bottom with this second middle die. And we're almost at the end, so just a reminder that this is a free class packet. You can get free with an online order. You can purchase the class packet for $20, or you can attend the class in person on Saturday here in Texas. Okay, so cross your fingers, cross everything. I've got it all laying right there on the thing. Just gonna try to keep this camera tight. I'm going to put it all on. You can tape it down, of course, with sticky notes or whatever. Washi tape, whatever you use. Of course, I've got my die machine laying on cardstock over there, so it's slipping and sliding. I don't normally do that. I actually have rubbery stuff under my die cut machine. Let's see how they came out. Oh, that one came out very nice. So that's what it's supposed to do. So pretty. But I like that you have the option, especially if you're cutting the designer paper, you probably just want to use this one only. So, and then, oh, I did good. I'm very proud. I mean, that was not perfect, but good enough. And then this one doesn't have a center, so it's fine. Okay. So that is how you do that. And you can make little arrows out of these things. Okay. Let's put this one together. Now that we've done all that, assembly on this one's pretty simple. Oh, and I guess they weren't too close together. Did it? I forgot to look. I guess they weren't too close together, but you need to be real careful with that. They cannot be too close together, because there is a white edge around both of them. So this would have been better stamping, I think. Anyway. Okay, so for the inside here, got my Celebrate the Season with the little sprigs on the bottom right. Then I've got my designer paper, which goes on the front left flap. I'm going to attach the white label to the C label. I'm going to attach this label to the front left flap only with Stampin' Dimensionals. So, and I'm going to do this before I put the snowflakes on. I'm going to get the label positioned how I want it, where I want those snowflakes, and then flip it upside down top to bottom. So I make sure I put these on the correct back half. But I just like to lay it upside down like that, exactly where it's going to go, so I can see where to put these, the middle adhesive. I am using dimensionals for that. That label should approximately be centered there, so your card will open like this. And then I did use dimensionals on all three snowflakes. So I love my mini Stampin' Dimensionals. I haven't mentioned that today, but everything I've used has been these mini Stampin' Dimensionals, and they are perfect for these little snowflakes. So bonus there. See, so good. Just do a couple here. It's going to be good enough. Okay. So the snowflakes. I forgot what I did already. Peeling off all the dimensionals, then I'll put them on. And then we're going to add our bow and our dots, and then Brittany can have her chicken. And I think the dogs want to go outside. So, okay, top left for this navy or secret sea snowflake. I'm turning it because it was not actually die cut perfect, so I picked a better die cut piece right there. So I was just turning it also the direction so it's not hanging off the edge of my card. Then this, okay, this shaded spruce one is going to go over here toward the right, and I will let it hang off the right edge of my label, but not past the edge of the cardstock. And then the old olive one will go down here on the bottom near the spruce one, overlapping it a little, leaving room for a bow here to the left. The bottom left section will be empty. I'll do a bunny ears bow again with this shaded spruce ribbon. So I showed bunny ears bow earlier. This ribbon does fray kind of easily when you trim it. So we've cut it for you, but you still, like we cut it at an angle, but you still may need to trim it even though it's the right length, basically. So just be aware of that, especially when you're pulling like I am right now to fix it. I'm just going to show you, if you touch it, it's going to fray. So make sure you have good ribbon scissors for that, because it's just a fancy ribbon. So I will trim mine later with my good scissors. I mean, these are good, but for this ribbon, you need the good. And so I'm just going to attach this with a mini glue dot here down on the bottom left. But this ribbon makes such pretty bows. Like, it's so pretty. And then add my little gems. I'll be done. We can all eat and be happy. Okay, I've got the green one or the peacock, I believe, is going to go, maybe it's spruce, y'all, on my spruce. Let me see what color this is. And then the large one, of course, will go on the large snowflake, the large clear one. Pulling it up. Cherry cobbler, clear and pretty peacock. So it is pretty peacock. But it looks fine with shaded spruce. Okay, and then the small one on the small one. Small clear one, I should say. Okay, so let me show you the one where the bow is cut properly. It looks like this. Hold on, I got it where I can see my camera. It looks like that. Boom. Boom. I'll just trim that ribbon, and then this one will look good as well. And that is the fourth card. Woo! Talk about a long video. Thank you. Who said that? Cindy. I don't know. I thought I saw the name Dana. Julie. Yes, these labels are amazing. You got to get them. So thanks, Lori. Thanks, Cindy. Julie, liking these labels. Okay, so there's two with what you call it, delicate pine snowflakes, and two with Gingerbread Man, and they are my class, as you see the scrolling down here. Actually, let me switch it. I'm going to put that and take off the scroll, if I can remember how. Okay, so just to make it a little different. So today's class is free with an online order through Sunday. You can attend in person on Saturday, or you can purchase it for 20 bucks. Also, the tutorial only is for sale, the PDF. I know I just made it in a video, but some people like to have the tutorial. That is in that same link to purchase the class. You can purchase the tutorial. So your choice, whatever you like, or just use your stuff you have at home and use the tips and do something similar or not. If you don't like it, that's fine. But I appreciate y'all watching the video, and for those of you who have been here the whole time, thank you very much. And if not, if you just came in, you can go back and watch replay. Don't forget, on replay, you can always, watch it on a faster speed, which I do love on any videos I watch. You can watch them on a faster speed. Don't forget to make sure you're on my email newsletter so you can get these recipe cards sent out to you tomorrow with the measurements and the supply list. Joyce says, I love the gingerbread cards the most. Thank you, Joyce. Thank you, Lori. Love 2 and 3 the most. So these 2 for Julie. Thank you, Corinne. 2 long videos in a row. Exactly, Lori. I'm going to fall out over here. And then I couldn't sleep last night. I woke up at 3:30 and basically was awake from then on. It was ridiculous, but I'm fine. I actually don't feel like I've been up since 3:30, so that's good. Yay, Marlene. We'll do replay. No problem. All right. Everyone have a great week. I should be back next week, I think, like normal. Also, don't forget to give a like or a thumbs up or any of that as before you leave, please. And yeah, I think next week will be normal. What was I thinking? Oh, Thanksgiving. I might not. Is next week Thanksgiving? Y'all, next week I might not be able to do a video. I don't know yet. I can't believe next week is Thanksgiving. Can you? Let me put this camera up on my face. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I can't believe next week is Thanksgiving. These holidays really snuck up on me this time. I gotta put this on. My lips are too something. So if I'm not on next week, I'm going to try to do Wednesday, but I don't know yet. So if I'm not, happy Thanksgiving. I appreciate all of y'all. I'm thankful for my customers, my team, my family, my supporters, everybody. So thank you very much. But I might be on live next week. I don't know yet. It depends on the plans, which are undetermined. Lori says, take a break. I don't mind doing the video if I am home. That's the thing. So thank you, Tina. So happy Thanksgiving. Have a good holiday. If I don't see y'all next week, I'll see you the following week. But either way, happy Thanksgiving, Tina. Thank you. All right. I'll see y'all later. Bye. Bye.